Misconceptions you probably still believe.
You've been lied to your entire life, like straight up. Teachers, movies, random Facebook uncles, all feeding you nonsense that sounds smart but makes zero sense. Today, we're breaking down popular facts that are actually total nonsense. Let's jump right in. Alright, let's start with this one. Humans only use 10% of their brain. So what, is the other 90% on a holiday? No, but seriously, MRI scans show we actually use every part of our brain, just not all at once. Even when you're sleeping, your brain's out here multitasking like a mom with 6 kids. So yeah, we use 100% of our brain, just not always 100% efficiently. Number 2, you've probably heard the saying, cracking your knuckles causes arthritis, or cracking them makes your fingers fatter. This one's been haunting every kid since kindergarten. Stop cracking your knuckles! Nope, that pop is just gas bubbles collapsing in your joints. There's no evidence it causes arthritis, and the widespread belief of your knuckles getting fatter from cracking them is a myth. The only thing it hurts is everyone's nerves around you. Moving on to number 3. Goldfish have a 3-second memory. You've probably heard that your goldfish forgets everything instantly. Nope. Goldfish can remember things for months. Yeah, for months. They can even recognize their owners, learn patterns, and respond to feeding times. So yeah, that fish staring at you, he remembers that time you forgot to feed it. Moving on to number 4. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. Bro, this cannot be further from the truth. Lightning loves striking the same place. The Empire State Building gets hit around 20 to 25 times every year. Literally, lightning doesn't give an F if it already got you before, it just finds the quickest way to the ground. Number 5. Vikings wore horned helmets. You're probably thinking Vikings, big beards, boats, a helmet with horns on it, right? Wrong. That whole image came from an opera costume designer in the 1800s. Real Vikings wore practical helmets. No horns, no spikes, just steel and sweat. The horns are pure Hollywood fantasy add-on. Moving on to number 6. Microwaves turn foods radioactive. Alright, first off, no. Microwaves don't make your food radioactive. You're not eating mini nuclear lasagna. Microwaves don't use radiation like in nuclear bombs. They use non-ionizing radiation, which just means it heats stuff up. It's literally just energy, making the water molecules in your food shake faster so they warm up. That's it. No atoms are mutating, no glowing chicken wings. The only dangerous thing about a microwave is forgetting your leftovers in there. Alright, number 7. Your phone listens to you constantly for ads. You've probably had this happen. You're talking about buying a couch and boom, 10 minutes later Instagram's like, hey bro, 50% off sofas. Feels creepy, right? Like your phone was listening to you. But here's the truth. Your phone isn't secretly recording every word you say. The truth is, companies already know so much about you from your searches, location, what apps you use, and even how long you hover over a post. Their algorithms are just scary good at guessing what you're about to need. So yeah, it's not that your phone's listening, it's just that you're predictable. Number 8, private browsing makes you anonymous. Bro, incognito mode doesn't mean you turned into a hacker. Private browsing just hides your history from people who use your device locally. Your internet provider and the websites you visit, they can still see everything. It's basically just hide my search history from my roommate mode. If you really want to be anonymous, you'd need a VPN. This is the part where I'd cue the VPN ad, but no one sponsored me. Please subscribe. Number 9. Mice love cheese. Okay, cartoons lied to you. Mice don't love cheese. In fact, they kinda avoid it. Cheese has a strong smell that most rodents find off-putting. They actually prefer grains, fruits, or peanut butter, something with sugar or carbs. So if you're setting a mousetrap with cheese, you're basically serving them garbage, but they still end up going for it because they need food. Use peanut butter instead. That's like 5-star dining for them. Number 10. Chameleons change color to hide. You've seen it in every cartoon. A chameleon hiding so it turns invisible by matching the background, right? Wrong. Chameleons don't actually change color to hide. They do it for communicating. Their colors change with mood, temperature, or when they're trying to impress another chameleon. A relaxed one might be green, a stressed one brown, and an angry one flashes bright colors. They're basically walking mood rings. Number 11. Sugar makes kids hyper, said every parent ever. No more candy or you'll go crazy! But studies show sugar doesn't actually make kids hyper. The chaos comes from context. Birthday parties, excitement, loud music, that's the energy source that makes them hyper, not the sugar. Sugar gives a short energy boost, sure, but not hyperactivity. It's basically the placebo effect in parenting form. The parents expect chaos, so they see chaos. Number 12. We have 5 senses. You were taught humans have 5 senses: sight, smell, hearing, taste, touch. But that's just the starter pack. We actually have more than 20 senses. You've got balance, equilibrioception, temperature, thermoception, pain, nociception, and even the sense of time, chronoception. There's also proprioception, the one that tells you where your limbs are without looking. So yeah, you're basically a walking sensory machine. All right, number 13. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain ever. Mount Everest, world's tallest mountain, right? From sea level, yeah. But if we're talking from base to peak, Mauna Kea in Hawaii destroys it. Everest rises about 8,848 meters above sea level, but Mauna Kea starts deep underwater, and from its base on the ocean floor to the top, over 10,000 meters. So Everest just looks taller because it's standing on higher ground. Moving on to number 14. Bats are blind. Blind as a bat, right? Except bats can actually see pretty well. They just don't rely on sight. They use echolocation, bouncing sound waves to detect objects. It's like living with built-in sonar radars. Some species even see better than humans in dim light. So yeah, bats aren't blind. All right, number 15. All bees die after stinging. You've probably heard this one. Every bee dies when it stings you. Well, it is partially true, but only honeybees do. Their stingers get stuck in thick skin and it rips out their insides. Other bees and wasps, they've got reusable stingers. They can sting you again and again like they're farming revenge. So yeah, when you swat at one and it keeps coming back, that's not a glitch. Run. And with that being said, I would love to hear from you guys. How many misconceptions have you heard of, and how many did you actually believe before this video? Let me know, and if there are some misconceptions you know that aren't true, drop them down below in the comments. We're dropping videos every week, so if you enjoyed or learned something new, subscribe.